Hey guys, it's Wanda from Crazy Days, and today I was losing my greenhouse. I was having bugs, they were killing my greenhouse. This side I had already taken care of, it's pretty good. We've got one squash down on the end we'll talk about in a minute, but I had gotten all this pretty good. The corn is drying really well. It's hot. It was 100 degrees yesterday in here. It's doing great. The Cherokee tans, the Cherokee purple tomatoes were doing good. We did have a tomato hornworm problem, but I think Danny and I got on top of it. I got a black light and came in here at night trying to find some and did not find any, and today I've not found any signs of them, so I think we've got that under control. The Cherokee tans and the tomatoes are doing awesome, but our problem, Danny's squash. Came in here this morning, squash bugs had hit it. Oh my goodness, everywhere. You see this? Them little boogers can be deadly, and I'm not letting him go if I can help it. Yeah. Then look at here. Almost every leaf all over the place. Almost every leaf had eggs. So at some point, somewhere. So I've taken the majority of it out so far. I've been stomping. Y'all, I should have set the camera up. It would have been crazy. I've been fighting it like crazy. Danny come in and goes, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm trying to kill them." He said, "Just take them out." So this is one of the bushes I've got to go. I've got all the others out. And while I was at it, I've been trimming the backside of the tomatoes and Cherokee tan that hadn't been getting trimmed. I know this looks a little drastic, but anything like this that was having some issues, I've been coming back and cutting a lot of this off. Any bad leaves from the Cherokee tans has been coming off, and it looks a little better. It's a little more contained. This one I downed a lot while ago. The hornworms had gotten in it, and a lot of these leaves had bad spots, so it's mainly tomatoes now. We're growing tomatoes, right? So I pulled all of these squash plants out of the greenhouse. I've swept it out. It's looking better. And this is what it's kind of looking like now, down to a manageable something. I've got to trim some of these. I haven't gotten this far down, but I trimmed some of the tomatoes in there. It looks better. Some of the Cherokee tans, I got the bad leaves out. I've got all the squash out. These right here are planted in beans up to this point. These two sections here are in the Fisher beans, and we're going to see how this goes. This side, these beans, the Algonquins, are going to seed. I don't need this. This is a chamber bitter, mimosa, weed, whatever you want to call it. Some of them are still blooming, some of them are still growing, but the Algonquins are doing great. All this is in little, the green limas. We're going to try the green limas in here. Just a few plants to see what happens here. The corn is drying fantastic. It'll come out shortly and we'll decide what we're going to do. But popcorn. Isn't that awesome? Hey guys, this is Wanda from Crazy Days. Today we're in my high tunnel greenhouse, the Queen Dome, and the geraniums are looking awesome. The turmeric is getting there. It's looking great. I've got a little bit of ginger here, but the problem, outside we've had wilt on tomatoes after a rain. This one is right by the back, and it has blowed rain in here during the last two storms, and look. So it's affecting even in the greenhouse with this open. I'm not sure why, but the rain is getting to the roots of the tree and or the tomato bush, and it's killing it. So not just everything outside, guys. We're gonna have to learn when it rains to let the sides down, because the tomatoes on the side could do. Now these are in the middle. No rain is getting to them. I don't have any wilt with any of these tomatoes. They're still growing, producing, and doing fine. We did have squash bugs. We took all the squash out. We caught them as the day they started. I saw them. Danny and I are trying to keep that under control, mainly because of the Cherokee tan, and it's still producing new growth everywhere and taking over this whole part of the greenhouse. I mean, you see here all the way down, still got new growth on the Cherokee tan, so we didn't want the squash bugs to get it. And look at this. It hadn't started turning yet, but we have Cherokee tans everywhere in here. The Fisher flag beans that I planted, I don't see any there, but these here are starting to come up sporadically. And like I said, these were older beans, but they're starting to come up. We'll just see how they do because they are on this back wall. So far, we've not noticed beans having an issue like the tomatoes. The corn is fixing to come out. We're going to show you what the popcorn is looking like. We're going to hang it up somewhere to finish drying, mainly because of the humidity in here. But y'all look, Cherokee tan and Cherokee purple. Isn't that awesome? These are the Cherokee Trail of Tears beans. You remember I cut all these back, and I want you to look. These things are amazing. And the ones I planted, same day I planted the Fishers, got a little bug issue, but look, all the way down, they're up and putting on runners. These are already blooming again. Y'all, we are good to go with the beans. That's amazing. Look at this. I'm just thrilled with the Cherokee Trail of Tears beans in this high tunnel. The cucumbers are going to start playing out now, but they're still producing. I still got cucumbers everywhere in there. They're hanging. So they're not gone yet. They're still producing some, but within the next couple of weeks, they will start slowing down and they'll come out and we'll plant something else. The sunflowers have almost put on all the heads they're going to put on. They're beautiful. There's a few more that hadn't come out. But the sunflowers will come out after all this finally finishes, and then we'll take those to the chickens. I planted the green limas. None of them so far have come up. Maybe one. This one, and a bug riddled it. Look at that. Some type of bug got the leaves. We'll pinch those off and see what happens. But not one of the others has come up. So, you saw the Fisher beans, you saw the green limas, and you see the Trail of Tears. Isn't that awesome? That's just crazy, the difference in them. And as always, some more color to end the video. Guys, it's crazy growing in a high tunnel. I'm showing you. Even with it being in a high tunnel, it succumbed to the outer elements because it's on that side. So we know now not to put tomatoes on that side because they're going to be susceptible. And this is a Cherokee purple, and it's an heirloom, and it's going out. So thank you guys from Crazy Days.